ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. And tonight I am Jabba the Hutt. Oh, Ha Solo. Huh?
You see where it says desktop audio? It's clicked to where it's off. Is that supposed to be that way?
Yeah, the desktop audio is if it would come through the speakers. There's something wrong with my USB on this side. So, it
So the
probably...
microphone wasn't on.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Yeah, well... So, I guess we could go... If you didn't catch it, it's another Valentine's Day.
Yes.
And here we are again, doing a live stream. That is hopefully going to start out better than most.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully the bugs are debugged.
Yes.
No more bugs.
At least minimal. At least minimal bugs.
Tiny bugs.
Tiny, tiny, tiny bugs. So anyway, we do apologize for the kids upstairs, like always.
Yes, our neighbors are atrocious.
And they just started. Literally, they just started like 5 minutes ago.
So Crazy Susie has crazy hair again.
Yep. 3 o'clock in the morning.
You can't see it because I'm out of frame, but here we go.
We can... Do you want to move the webcam more to you?
I think you can see it.
There. Let's just do it that way. You're the prettier one of us. So
Nana's the prettiest one.
she is, and she's in the chair for right now. With that
She's
head.
gonna take her nap now.
Yeah. It's the only way we could actually get recordings done is if we're on the terror couch.
Yeah. If we sit at the table, she has a conniption fit and wants to bark. Or drink her water really loudly.
Yeah. So all of our streams and everything will be now at the terror couch. Which unfortunately
I find
is...
absurdly uncomfortable.
Which unfortunately is Luna's couch. Just for everybody to know, starting the 5th of what, next month? You will have back surgery.
I have it on the 6th.
So we might do depending on how you feel, when last stream before the back surgery.
I have it at 6:30 a.m. on the 6th. Or at least that's when we have to be at the hospital.
Yeah.
Fun times.
So, and I'm hoping we can get some of the podcasting done beforehand. And then, and then we'll set up the podcast stuff in the bedroom, but we won't be doing a live stream for a while. I don't think, unless you feel like it. I just don't know how we're going to do the live stream with everything the way that we have it set up right now.
Oh, it depends on how I feel.
Yeah. So we were getting into Valentine's Day and our hatred for it. We've been together, what, for 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
Yep.
So, what, we've celebrated 1 or 2 Valentine's Day, but not, like, really go out or anything like that.
No, we usually go out and just have dinner, and when we first started dating, we would go out and have dinner and go see a movie because we enjoy going to the theater, but it's so expensive, and then, you know, most movies we don't really feel it's worth going to the theater to see.
Well, and they've made theaters more and more complicated now. Now you have to choose your seat instead of just going in.
Right.
You know, like you have to choose your seat at a kiosk, so it's just,
yeah.
I mean, the theater, like, I used to love going to the theater, to be honest, because it was a way to get out of the house. And I always used to go to the $2 theater.
Yeah, I did too, but it's so hard for me to get comfortable, and
Well, I was talking about, you know, like,
I really enjoy the popcorn, but I don't share, and that's an issue.
I don't care about the sharing as much.
And then you always get a great big soda,
Which
so
I drink right before the previews.
like 45 minutes into the show, you have to go to the loo, and then you miss like 10 minutes of the movie.
Or I'm holding it, just uncomfortable.
Then I have to explain what happened, and people get annoyed by that, so it's...
Well, and anymore, you don't have to go to the theater to see a movie when, like, in a few weeks it comes out on DVD.
Or it's on, you know, a movie catcher somewhere, so...
Yeah, I mean, but just with everything...
I mean, I hate that movie theaters are becoming obsolete because it's a part of our childhood that
But they sort of did it to
I
themselves.
enjoyed.
But they did it to themselves. And Hollywood has done what they've done to themselves.
I really feel like we're getting off topic now.
Okay, so anyway, we're doing a post-Valentine's Day stream.
We're doing Mandy. I've been really looking forward to seeing this movie ever since I first heard about it months ago, before it even came out. I really don't care for Nicolas Cage. I think he's a really corny actor. It's hard for me to take him serious. Not that I think you always have to be serious, but I've really been looking forward to seeing this movie. This camera makes me look really fat.
Yeah. You know, cameras add like 10 pounds. So
well,
you know what they say?
I don't need any more.
You know what they say? Stop eating cameras.
But I've really been looking forward to seeing this movie because he's supposed to like go off the deep end in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be like really, really good.
You know what would make this movie, like, and I haven't seen it yet, so, but you know what would make this movie just a little bit better? If Gary Busey was in it.
You think Gary Busey should be in all movies?
Yes, Nicolas Cage and Gary Busey are my 2 favorite actors. Because they're just nuts. And everything they are, it just turns out to be insane. Like, there is no controlling that. That energy.
Okay.
So, could you imagine if Gary Busey was the love interest in this movie?
What is she gonna do? Kiss his teeth?
Yes.
You can't even get to his lips. His teeth are in the way.
I know. They're like tombstones of teeth.
I don't even want to think about other things. That would hurt.
So this movie is 2 hours and a minute. They had to get that minute in there.
Mm-hmm.
It was made in 2018. It was produced, I believe, by Shudder. I think it's a Shudder exclusive.
Really?
I think so. And the synopsis is, when a nightmarish cult attack Red and Mandy, the shocking assault leads to a spiraling, surreal blood rampage of all-out, mind-altering vengeance. Starring Nicolas Cage, Andrea Rosenberg, I think, and Linus Roach. Directed by Panos Cosmatos. That is a name.
Yep.
So what are you drinking?
A Southern Classic sweet tea.
And I am drinking, well, what is ever left of my Diet Mellow Yellow.
No, it's Mellow Yellow Zero.
I like Mountain Dew, but I prefer Mellow Yellow. At least diet-wise or zero-wise, it is better.
Diet Mellow Yellow and Mellow Yellow Zero are not the same thing. Taste-wise, they're very different.
Taste-wise, Mellow Yellow has knocked it out of the park with the Zero, in my opinion.
Yes, they're very different.
But the Mountain Dew diet is gross. But I can't hardly drink a Mellow Yellow anymore. It's just too sweet.
It's too sweet.
But the only one I can really drink, and it even sounds horrible, Code Red. I really like that Code Red. And I liked Live Wire way back in the day. I think I'm showing my age.
Big Red was my drink back in the day.
To me, it tastes like bubblegum.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm drinking bubblegum.
I can't drink it now, but when I was a kid, it was the stuff.
I think we're getting old.
Talk for yourself.
You're getting younger by the day.
I still have hairs that aren't gray.
I'm just beginning mine. So.
I've had gray hair since I was 20. I was literally playing with Sky, who's my niece, in the grocery store the other day, and this guy walked past her and said, "Oh, see, your grandmother's gonna get you," referring to me.
Oh, I thought he was referring to me.
She's my niece. Do I look old enough to be a grandmother?
See, look, we're actually doing better.
I'm like, I am not a grandmother. Do not curse me with that.
Why is this still sending data on YouTube? So, there is a delay. I did put a delay on this.
I am not a grandmother. Although technically I could be because my child's 18, but
yeah.
Do not curse me with that. We are too young for that. Our daughter does not need to be starting to have no babies anytime soon.
Nope. So anyway, this movie is on Shudder if you want to watch along, because YouTube. And then if you're watching this now, or if you're going to watch this later on, thanks. We really appreciate it. And YouTube obviously doesn't do anything anymore. So just spread the word. And we are getting a lot of downloads. We're getting there, slowly with our podcast.
Isn't there a new streaming app that we're going to be on?
Yeah, Public Radio, I think it is. So if you want, everybody knows Patreon, which is unfortunately slowly dying. And you can do us on, you can do us, jeez. You can
view us.
you can. Let's see here.
Oh my goodness, my shirt's all messed up.
Anyway, I had a banner here. There it was. One of these days, I'll actually organize this. Yep. So, as you can see, whee!
Nope, other way. Other way.
I'm so confused.
Other way. Other direction.
There we go.
Right there. Boop, boop, boop. Right there. Right there. It's right there. Right there. Right there.
Yeah. So.
It's your other left.
it's see, okay, here. If you don't know, this is all mirrored. So here. Alright, as you can see, we have merch on Redbubble. Woo! You can become a Patreon. You can buy some stuff on Teespring. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, which is all in the Eyes of Terror. You can support us on Streamlabs. Ooh. And your stuff will appear here and here. And then, alright, now let's, and then this is the chat box. I made this all by myself.
Crazy.
Back to it. And if you're ever wondering what movie we're watching, it's right there. So, okay. But you can, if you want to catch our podcast, we are on, well, every podcatcher, I swear, out there. And
if you happen to be a pagan like we are, there's some really cool designs on our Redbubble if you'd like to sport those.
oh, but what I was saying is that, so as we all know, or most people know, Patreon is slowly dying, unfortunately. And so we do have a PayPal, if you want to support us on that. But there is this catcher that we're on now, called Radio Public. And what it does is, we signed up for, every time you listen, it gives us like 10 cents or whatever. So, and that adds up after a while. And you don't have to do anything. But listen. It's just, the only thing that it will do is that there will be ads that they will insert within it.
That's pretty much.
That's it. And I mean,
anything.
That's, yeah. So I don't think it's very aggressive or anything like that. I think it's just a maybe beginning and a mid-roll. So it might be two, 3 ads through an average of an hour. Because our podcasts are about an hour long. And if you don't know what our podcasts are about, it's bad horror films and low budget. And, well, we just did Curtains, which is a Canadian slasher. Up next is Ghosts. And the one I'm looking forward to, Fear.com.
You hate me.
But we've also done other classics, such as Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another, if you really want to hear Crazy Susie and not be happy, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Which one is one of your favorites? So we did Deathbed, The Bed That Eats, Bucket of Blood, Chainsaw Sally,
Yeah.
Soul Tangler, which has become one of our more popular ones.
One of my favorites was, what was it? I hate when you ask me questions and then my brain doesn't work.
Trust me, I've been having brain functions too. Well, we're up to like 75 episodes. Did you know that? We have like 75 episodes.
Considering I have 3 big bundles of notes, that's not surprising.
And that's including our terror talks that we used to do. I mean, we still do those. The terror news that we used to do, that we really did way too much on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we sort of lost interest in that one at the beginning.
Yeah, it was just way too extensive.
Did you know, and unfortunately we didn't have the money to go, did you know that in a lot of different states, the 15th and the 16th, there was Valentines haunted houses? I totally want to go next year. And there's one not very far from us that does a really good haunted house. For Halloween and Valentine's Day.
Nothing says I love you like murder and mayhem.
Duh. And I've been really busy in a weird way in the past couple of weeks. But I'm planning on doing a late Valentine's Day T-shirt. I already have one up, but I'm thinking about doing this hearts, but it's like slaughter and horror related type stuff. Because I hate those hearts. They always taste like Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
Like the producers of Pepto-Bismol made those hearts.
In like tons.
Yeah. But they're not antacids.
Yeah.
They're just disgusting.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
And so, all right, we've wasted 25 minutes talking about random stuff.
I want to watch the movie.
Let's watch the movie.
I should have popped popcorn, but then you wouldn't be able to hear me talk.
So, anyway, let's begin the movie. Again, we were watching Mandy.
I think we've said that about 300 times already.
Yep. But I'm saying it again. We're watching Mandy. Nicolas Cage is Mandy. Gary Busey is the other guy.
Gary Busey.
If it would play.
It doesn't want to.
Here we go. Shudder. See something. I just realized that we're streaming and watching a video on the internet at the same time.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to call about our internet. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. One drop rate already.
Just a bunch of previews.
So what did you think of the last movie? The revenge one. I don't know. I'm sort of tired. I don't like revenge horror. Do you?
No. They're coming out with the new Bill and Ted.
I heard that. You told me that. You told me that.
I'm excited about that too, but I love
It's
Keanu
a
Reeves,
little.
so.
It's gonna be weird seeing them old.
They're not old. I really like Keanu Reeves.
When I die, bury me deep. Lay 2 speakers at my feet. Wrap some headphones around my head. And rock and roll me when I'm dead.
Speak of the devil.
Always like a movie that has good music in it and that plays as an actor as itself. And I have to be honest, I really do like this type of font.
Piccadilly Pictures. I think I had read somewhere that Nicolas Cage was on another assignment and he quit that one in order to do this one.
Did you know that Nicolas Cage was actually tested at one time to be Superman? Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At least there's a picture of him in a Superman costume. He was like, yeah. Could you imagine Superman being Nicolas Cage?
No.
It'd be his sidekick, Robin, played by Gary Busey.
That would be the worst movie ever.
That would be the greatest movie ever. What are you talking about? I like that grainy feel. It's not polished, you know what I'm saying? It's grain to it. Good old Ronald Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you a time era, but it doesn't tell you what it is. I like that. It doesn't say like 19 whatever. Or...
The Shadow Mountains.
Now it does. 1983.
You weren't even born yet.
Nope. Who's there? That's supposed to be funny.
I guess so.
You know, yeah, I used to watch strips a lot. Is the pillow radiating the light?
Mm-mm. I wonder if he had to gain weight for this movie because he looks a little on the heavy side.
Can't really think of the last time I seen him in a movie though.
His face just looks a little bit fuller. I'm not saying he looks overweight.
No. I just can't remember the last time I've seen him in a movie. Other than like Con Air. Broke the bunny down.
I'm not saying he looks fat, but he looks like healthy, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the colors in this movie are just amazing, to be honest.
No, I think they have like a skylight in their room, and all the colors from the sky are coming in.
That makes sense.
Look at that lagoon, that's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and just the woods where he was topping trees, and you see the trees, and then the sky, and everything.
Artistically, this movie is amazing already.
Mm-hmm. trying to understand what they were so attracted to about her because she's not really.
She's odd looking, I think is the best way to put it.
Well, you know how some women are really like naturally beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
She's just plain.
But it might be her insides that are beautiful. She might have really gorgeous pancreases, or
I mean, she's artistic.
yeah. But she might have a really healthy spleen.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So in other words, your dad was a dick. that's not scarring at all.
Mm.
My dad.
Why would you teach your kid to just ruthlessly kill another living creature for no reason?
Well, isn't there like a natural way to get like, especially like starlings and stuff, not going and getting your cherry trees? I mean, there's got to be a way.
I'm beginning to think that you have to be high to understand this movie.
I don't know. I mean, so far, just. I mean, it's visually stunning.
It's pretty.
I think it's a different viewpoint than what we're normally used to in movies. We're not being narrated at by somebody. It's like we're watching them as a couple. Does that make sense?
Why is one of her eyes black?
It's also massive.
But her eyes naturally are blue.
Maybe it's the magic. I bet they have free ice cream or free candy in this van. I think it's a free candy van.
Mm. It's a free rape.
That's what I mean.
Everybody gets a turn.
With a lollipop. It sort of makes me feel like the rejected cast of Twin Peaks in that band. children of the new dawn. Ooh. Others says free candy. Oh, that was a rejection if I'd never heard of one before.
You feel naked without her. Well, you look pretty clothed to me.
Do you have a hearing problem? No, my hearing aid does go out on occasion.
Oh, the cult.
Okay, I think you said it the first time. It was a little overreacted.
He's going to hiss at you.
I have a feeling these people are going to be in tracksuits and Nikes and with bags over their heads at some point in their life. Don't tell me he just did what I think he did. Looks like something out of Zelda.
He's gonna kiss him, isn't he?
Just with some tongue. Wake me up before we go. I think leading a cult would be tiring after a while. Just having to micromanage everybody. And have to come up with like stuff like the Horn of Abraxas, which is just a lava stone with holes in it. Make everybody believe it's not a lava stone with a hole in it.
I wouldn't be able to lead a cult. I have carpal tunnel in my main hand, and I couldn't smack people all day long. I just couldn't do it. I would have to have whoever my right hand man is to be smacking people. I'd be like, could you just raise your hand and just.
I too like whatever your shirt says. Smut. Oh, right next to the Voorhees family. I heard that Jason is a good kid.
Yeah. Can't swing worth a damn though.
So mother you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
She's got some anger issues. You know, stalking back in the 80s was so tiring. Like, before the internet, stalking was so tiring. Like, it's the cover of your own home and stalk somebody on the internet.
That dude needs to learn how to close his mouth.
I'm not sure. Is that a mullet? What is that?
Yes, it's a short mullet.
It's like a mullet wannabe.
Need to be inconspicuous.
I don't know if he's taking a wee or not. He's got that look, like.
What is this magical horn supposed to do?
Because I played the horn of Braxis.
And still, he doesn't shut his mouth.
Mouth breather.
Mm-hmm.
He would be the worst person to do a stakeout with. I would kill him. you stop already? Just sit there and let your mullet grow. Are these the 13th Gus rejects? You're so pretty. Here, drink my mystery jar stuff. Mystery jar.
Every biker that comes out when you blow a mysterious horn loves mystery jar stuff. Ooze.
Take mouth breather over there. He just threw like half a cigarette. Smokey should pop back up. Hey, well, you can prevent forest fires. Douchebag.
Their whole bedroom, like where their bed is nothing but glass. How can you sleep like that?
We're the weird ones that can't sleep with any light.
Freaking moon would be shining out and be like, hey, you need a night light. No, turn that crap off.
Hi, we're the heavy metal band.
We're your concert in the middle of the night. Wake up! Did you want a 2 a.m. wake up call? Midnight service. Fluff your pillow.
I'm the electrocutor. That's what they called me. I'm the drummer. She's got some serious forehead veins. Yeah, I can't believe that happened either. That's the look on their face, like, I just can't believe that just went up, yeah. Ooh. If I wave my arms hard enough, it'd be magical.
Don't worry. We'll blindfold you. You don't have to see this. I came for the barbecue.
But stayed for the beer. I didn't sign up for anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, no, not the eye. Oh, the eye.
The heck did they put in her eye?
What the heck is that thing?
Giant freaking stinging bug.
It really makes you want to join the cult, doesn't it? When they do things like this. That's the face I'd old man flaunt for. That's it, right there. That's it. That's the money shot.
So they drugged her so he could have her way with them.
I guess, yeah.
That's messed up.
Hi, how you doing? A fancy robe. Did you get that at Sears? Seems like a really warm robe. Like you'd be sweating a lot in that robe. Is it Helter Skelter by any chance? Ah, elevator classics from the Stone Age.
He asked her what she thinks, and he tells her shh.
What would you say if you're like, I've heard better?
Who is he? Who is he referring to?
I guess the big giant glittery one. It's a fat guy with a lot of glitter on him.
How does the glitter stick? I don't want to know. Why did I ask such a question?
Glitter sticks everywhere. And mascara.
Hot, loving light. Okay.
Did you get that in writing, or are you the only one that knows about that? I bet he says that to all the women. You're a special one. Insert name. I don't want to see that.
Make it stop.
Is he gonna rub his nipples? He says on the nipple rubber. No. No, 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 no. No, no.
Angry masturbation. You always masturbate furiously when a woman laughs in your face?
No!
I guess he does.
Ow! Oh, I feel sorry for that person. Your music sucks. I don't know whose position I would rather be in. Hers or Nicolas Cage's at this point.
I think I'd rather be him.
Yeah.
I think if I was her, I'd be really scarred.
Probably a little bit itty bitty. Grow up? Question, how did he become a cult leader?
How does somebody so insecure be in charge of other people? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, now he's got to see. I don't. Well, you're not the prettiest male ever, so. Do I have to again?
That is just plumb ridiculous.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
No, right? You guys need to stop like reading science fiction fantasy books. Jeez, this is not D&D.
The frick is that?
It looks like a gladius with an eye thing on it. It's like a fantasy gladius. No, a Roman sword. Got crucified? What does that mean?
He's gonna threaten to burn her if she doesn't sit on his face.
So he could do his little cookie dance. Cookie dance. I speak in tongues when people sit on my face.
Craziness. Me and this couch. Just hold that for a second. I have to...
Reposition.
Yep. Everything hurts.
Well, everybody's getting an S.
I can't help it. I'm not trying to show everybody my booty.
What's in the bag?
The mouth breather's good for something.
Yeah, he's good with that splashing that gas. But he gets in his mouth, though. But he gets in his mouth, though. And he's like...
No, he's too stupid to learn.
Yeah.
It's not her in there, is it?
Or the... I don't know. Or something weird is going to happen. You know that from experience, or... Well, somebody's in there.
I don't think it's her. Wouldn't the bag burn a hole in it and she would fall out of it?
Yeah, but also I would think that the playset that they hang her from doesn't look very stable, so I think the top bar would break too. And you gotta think that it would probably melt the top bar or bend it. He's sad you didn't get a nut on her.
Why does he look so unhappy when he's the one that ordered it?
Because he just realized, man, I didn't get nutted. I didn't nut. I angrily nutted. Well, let's get back in the car, everybody. Let's go home. But I want to go to the disco shop. I want to get ice cream. Can we get some burgers on the way back? Well, the blood would be a lubricant.
Yeah, well, they tied him up with a rebar.
You mean barb?
Or barb.
Rebarb is steel.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but I mean, have you ever tied anything with a...
Yeah, you can't do it. I meant barbed wire, but rebar.
But I mean, like, at some point, it's not an effective way to tie things up with. It's... That flame was not hot enough to char somebody to death.
Mm-mm. It was just an act.
Yeah. Well, maybe we were wrong. I don't know. I don't know what to think right now. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was a magic bag by the Abyss Knights or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was the magic pillow bag of the Manos Abyss Knight.
Mm-mm.
No, he was on his tidy whities the entire time. Man, they came, they did weird stuff here, and now they're racking up my TV bill. Jeez. Electricity bill, too. I don't want a cheddar goblin.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Is he gonna call upon the cheddar goblin now? I hope it's the same animator from Thanksgiving.
I think it's slightly different.
We'll know by the nipples. Well, yeah, he got stabbed in the side. Guy gets me his pouring out a band-aid on that. Or maybe some pants.
Them emergency vodka in the bathroom.
Who doesn't have emergency vodka in the bathroom? He's unleashing the Nicolas Cage beast. So good!
Rah!
I am!
Unleash the Kraken!
No, I am Nicolas Cage! Unleash the inner Gary Busey.
Why would you do that unless you need to open a can with your teeth? You wouldn't be screaming like that if you wouldn't be chugging that cheap vodka so fast.
Yeah. But sometimes it's better to, chug cheap vodka, though. Now we got to the crying stage. I should wear that in a cliche. That's what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to war in this nightie. Fuck off.
He's going to hunt.
I would say yes. gotta get a CB if that's weird stuff on the CB like that.
Mhm.
They loved what?
Being in pain.
Ah. I didn't know aviator glasses were the same as, like, heat goggles.
Now you know.
The more you know. So was the vodka magical and just heal that side wound of his? It looks cool, but I don't think it looks very practical. What do you think?
What is practical in this case?
Yeah. No, that was just the intro to the movie.
What? That's the longest intro ever. This movie is insanity. That explains the intense colors LSD.
Yeah. So you had to down the one guy that probably would make the most noise?
He only had 2 arrows.
Yeah. But I mean, the guy looked like he had a bunch of nails in him.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna screw up your... Well, those are 80s cars. So it's just gonna give a dent. It's just gonna, maybe bend the fender a little bit. Right?
Ew, look at all that.
I think that's glass. Those 80s trucks, man.
Was he trying to get captured?
If he was, he did a good job. Why does he sound moist?
Covered in rubber.
What was that? Cool voice. How do I get one of those?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're gonna have to deal with it. Just
Yeah.
take it like a man.
So just be careful of that big giant gaping hole right there.
Yep, don't fall in the hole. You might want to take that friendly pipe with you.
Yeah. No, no. What the heck is this? Oh, box knife. Nah.
Ooh, it's rusty.
Even better. If I cut you a little bit, at least you get tetanus in about 10 years.
Gonna have to get a big shot.
I bet you won't like it.
I'm not understanding how they went from where they were to this.
I don't know either. Somebody needs to do some dishes. So is that how he's getting off? I'm confused. Right in the mouth. Yeah, there we go. Inner Nicolas Cage.
Yep, psycho mode. Okay then.
Well, I think you would need that after a while.
Dang, they took his weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some of this. And some of that. Let's see. A lot of Chinese food. Ah, ravioli. Some Spam.
The hell is that?
That's that mystery jar. I don't know about you, but whenever I come across mystery jars, I like to drink out of mystery jars. Probably should have done that Coke. I bet it feels good now.
He can barely freaking walk. His legs are probably like jello.
Ow. Bad idea. It was a trick. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna go hand to hand now. Final boss.
Showing! My blade is nice and shiny. It wants to meet your spiny. It wants to be your buddy and be all covered in your bloody. I wonder if he actually did these moves.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, now you burn.
Mm-hmm.
He has really found the deep end and just took a nosedive off of it.
Hey, look, there's a cigarette.
What's it gonna do? Take a light off the dude's body?
Or off the car.
Yep, called it.
That's a nice cigarette.
So he was more concerned with killing the people that helped capture her and not killing the people that actually killed her?
I think he's just going through it all.
Because the people that actually killed her were there and he didn't touch them.
No, they weren't.
They were asleep.
No, I think those were the people that had the house and they were dead. I think those people killed whoever. I think they just took over a house.
Oh. So they weren't asleep, they were dead.
Yeah. Because it was a very awkward sleeping position for that guy.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's a golden Luger. Is it a golden gun?
It's so fancy.
Is it a man with a golden gun? Side B.
The heck is that about?
I don't know. Dude, are you just like spaced out on whatever you're doing? See ya. I'm out. Dude, you were there, I think.
Mm-mm. No, he wasn't there.
Okay. Gnarly. That's pretty wicked. It's in the house of the night.
Why did he go to that guy to figure out what they were?
I don't know. I don't even know what that guy was all about.
He said the children north, so I guess he just told him
Word.
a direction.
Yeah. I really don't know what he was all about. You're going to want to rock it. Just rock it a little bit. Looks like you're stuck. Get some kitty litter.
I don't think he carries kitty litter with him.
So what part of the state is this one in?
I think you went too far north.
Yeah. Okay then. So does he dream of cartoons?
It's a gecko.
Dear, you need to get out of here. Well, now they got some flat tires. Is everything that's not falling in your way? You're hurting me. That's rather bland. You sound squishy.
I don't know. Is it better to burn or to gag on your own blood?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's had several long things down his throat.
By the looks of it, they weren't that long.
Oh, there's a Mexican restaurant up here. Go for a burrito. It's the mouth breather. The spit really helps it.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the head.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, I got the two guys confused. I'm sorry. Excuse me, but can you help me out here?
I need to chainsaw you for a minute. Does this look sharp to you? I don't know. Let me feel it.
Yeah. Excuse me, but does this thing work right? Do I have to prime it?
Oh, he's got the Big Daddy.
So sword fighting with chainsaws. I can imagine a chainsaw that long, though, being very unwieldy. Hmm.
So much for thinking you had the upper hand.
Yeah, right.
The other one was the mouth breather. They both
Yeah.
are kindly mouth breathers, but
No. I got him confused with the guy with the tiger because they sort of have similar bone structure.
but the mouth breather was very ignorant.
Yeah.
The guy with the tiger seemed very enlightened and
No. Yeah.
in depth. Oh, there's the cross and the inner temple. Where's the Holy One?
Angrily jerking it. Bang!
No, he needs a woman to laugh at him if he's going to do that.
Huh. I wonder where this red glowing pit goes to. Let's just go in.
He's in the basement.
Is there an elevator to this thing? What?
Well, I think all the men are dead.
Except for the holy one.
He didn't kill that girl, did he?
Nope. But I don't think she was really a part of the group. Does that make sense?
She boosted his ego, though.
I think she was kidnapped like Mandy was, and just sort of brainwashed into it. And does that make sense? But couldn't find a way out.
There's the older lady.
Yeah. Crap. You're here. Let me love you. Screw you, bitch. No. That's nice. Can I say no? That's not
She's
sexy.
a poet, and she didn't know it. What are you gonna do? Lick the blood off of his face?
Does she?
She's a dog.
Does he bag the old lady then?
Hmm?
Is he gonna bag the old lady? Well, he got some head. So I take it he didn't bag the old lady. Well, I mean... The flashing light? But your electricity bill sucks.
Yeah, your whole existence is a freaking hallucination.
Yeah. on spit.
First he says he doesn't have a soul. Then he says that he could save his soul.
But he can't hurt him. It looks like he's hurting him.
Now he's offering to give him a BJ.
That's what I came here for. Yep. Some holy wannabes offering to blow me. It looks like you are. Actually, I think that's the best line. I really like that line. Yeah, it can't hurt him. Yep. And he just came. He's gotta get some new trousers now.
Why? He's covered in blood.
He's already sticky.
What's one more bodily fluid?
Where's a cigarette when you need one?
You should have kept that other lady alive. She could have just licked him clean. Yep, now he's gotta have a cigarette.
Wouldn't you, though? You're like, God, after that, you would just...
So he's gonna burn him.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just burn him alive? I figured he deserved that.
I don't know, that Troma skull smash was pretty good, though.
Eyeballs.
How much pressure do you think you would have to do this?
More than what a human being could create.
Well, I mean, there are people underneath extreme amounts of stress that could lift cars off people, so, I mean, I imagine the body could do some weird stuff. Not like that, but, you know, like popping eyeballs out.
He only killed like 4 or 5 bikers, but wasn't there like a whole clan of them?
No, there's only like a handful of them. I think what you're thinking is that they just had like multiple lights on their bikes, so it looked like there's more. At least the car's waxed.
I hope he took all their money. What is it?
You're so pretty.
So his last memory of her was when they first met. It's kind of like her way of saying goodbye. It's kind of like her way of saying goodbye. It was an intense movie.
It really was.
Nicolas Cage was like...
Oh, there's the baby Luna. Come on. Oh.
He was like way out there.
And really, I mean, I liked the score, or the lack of it. Like, the score wasn't over... You know, like in most movies, the music just is overbearing, doesn't mix with anything. And it sort of pushes a feeling. But overall, I mean, the score was just...
Yeah, the movie was very artistic.
Well, I mean, I loved everything about it. The coloring, I mean, especially using the colors to... You relied heavily on the colors compared to, let's say, the music.
I think they played on each other.
They did.
To convey an emotion and everything.
Well, you know, like red is both passion and anger. Blue is calming. Yeah. You know, and you just... But everything was like neon colors in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't one singular color. And then if you look closely, there's a lot of... It looks like an 80s film. It looks... Because it's got that grain in the background. And the cars and the clothing all looked at that time period and stuff like that. But the time period had nothing to do with the movie as much as just... It was an aesthetic choice.
I think it was good, though. I liked it.
Yeah. At first, you know, with the fantasy type stuff, I wasn't quite sure what was going, how that was going to play out, and that's just more of it was more of a backdrop than anything else. Like at the end,
the only thing I thought was kind of strange was that the intro to the movie was so long. It felt like it was like half the length of the movie.
Actually, it was. I think they did. I think they did on purpose, though, because.
And then it was like, ooh.
But I liked that.
Mandy.
But I liked it that it didn't narrate the story to you, like somebody, you know, the all-knowing narrator. It. I mean, you're seeing it as a participant of that.
The events.
Yeah, you don't know who the children of the New Dawn are. You don't know anything about Mandy or Red.
Right, you're going through what's happening along with the characters, along with Red and Mandy. You're being introduced to what's going on along with them as it's happening.
Yeah. You know, there's not somebody who's like, you know, Red was a mild-mannered man. You know, he sort of picked up that he worked in the woods. He was a logger. You know, and either they owned, like, either they owned the store that she worked at, or somebody else owned it, or whatever. It was just, but the store had nothing to do with it other than that was a staging place for this guy who was really oddly shouldn't sort of fell into a cult leader type thing. He sort of fell into it, compared, in my opinion. I mean, there was nothing. You know, if you study most cult leaders, they give off an air of mystery and bigger than life and stuff like that. And this guy, he was just pathetic. He was a pathetic person. And the people around him were pathetic. I mean, most cults are people are trying to, you know, be a part of a group, but I mean, this was. And then, you know, they're using these magical terms for everyday items, more or less. Mm-hmm. You know, the pale knife thing, which sort of did bother me a little bit, because I'm like, you had this huge knife wound in your side. We're never going to explore that again.
His love for her was so strong that he sought out vengeance.
Well, I mean, it was, out of all the vengeance movies I've seen, this was the best vengeance movie. You know, and it sort of played, I felt like it played more in his head of what she would want. She really liked the fantasy realm. So he was, so maybe he saw himself as the hero of this fantasy, instead of, when he's actually killing people. It's just, I don't know. I mean, it's just a very intense movie, emotionally and visually. Mm-hmm. And I wish there was more movies out there. This was very original.
Yeah, I think it is. Definitely do recommend watching it. It is.
And if we could find it, on a hard copy, I wouldn't mind owning this in a collection. I know they do. I mean, I know it's out there.
Yeah. And I'm not really one for Nicolas Cage movies, but I was really looking forward to seeing this one.
I feel like this one. I feel like a lot of Nicolas Cage movies don't pertain to Nicolas Cage. Does that make sense? There's like, he's a unique person, like actor type thing, where he's really good at bizarre emotions, but he can't convey certain emotions very well. It's either comes off as not ununique, but does it come off right? Like an 8mm. I think he was okay in it, but when he was watching the film, it was just like, It didn't come off as convincing emotion. It was the same as Con Air. It just wasn't convincing. But in this one, I feel like it played to all of his strengths.
Well, I'm ready to get off the couch because my back is hurting.
Okay. So, what did you rate it as?
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
A 4 out of 5? So what did you wish it would? What's, like, I guess the one thing that...
The animated parts I felt were unnecessary.
I felt like they were just... It didn't fit with the time era they were trying to go for, too, either. If that makes sense. I would rather have, like, a He-Man style animation if they were going to do it. Or that era. They were just almost too computer perfect with the colors and stuff. They didn't look like it was animated.
I just felt it was unnecessary.
I could see that. My problem is it was just too digital animated.
If they were gonna do that, it should have looked like comic books.
That's what I was talking. Like, but I was even saying like, or like He-Man or something like that. G.I. Joe, any of those 80s cartoons.
Mm. Like a claymation style.
Well, I want to say claymation. I would just say classic cartoon style.
Mm.
I mean, when I think of claymation, I think of like Gumby. But I could see either comic book style, a comic book style in some form. But I do agree. I mean,
I just didn't think that those parts were necessary. If they wanted to reflect how she was emotionally or how she may have been emotionally, they could have just did flashbacks like they did in other parts of the film.
yeah, I guess I'm with you. I just
felt like that was
I didn't
not necessary at all.
I didn't understand, especially the one with the beast or whatever, when she was grabbing like what the diamond or towards the end. I'm like, what do any of these mean other than just transitional pieces? So, yeah, I do agree on that.
Like freeing of the tiger, and there was supposed to be some symbology of all that, and I'm not really sure what it was, but it was supposed to be, there's some kind of symbolic aspect to it. What it is, I don't know. But
Well, anyway, that is the end of this stream. And we'll try to do one more before you have surgery. And we just don't know what yet. And I guess and we'll be coming out with more podcasts here soon. And anything else you want to add?
nope, that's all.
Well, thanks for watching, either through the stream or just catching up on it. Remember to keep an eye out on our social media, and when we will be posting these. We always do them on Sundays at 6. So, and we're trying to come up with a schedule, but our lives have a way of not being scheduled. Every time we try to schedule something always comes up.
Yep.
And that's the downfall of what goes on with us. So, we'll scare you later.
Bye.